The right, but specifically the alt-right, have been using the left's tactics against them. Rules for Radicals is the playbook of shitposters, whether they know it or not. The inspiration behind Obama and Hillary is currently fueling the meme jihad against CNN. Almost every rule is being followed to a T. Through knowing these rules, this mission can be more effectively accomplished. First off, there are 13 rules, as follows. 1. Power is not only what you have, but what the enemy thinks you have. 2. Never go outside the expertise of your people. 3. Whenever possible, go outside the expertise of your enemy. 4. Make the enemy live up to its own book of rules. 5. Ridicule is a man's most potent weapon. 6. A good tactic is one your people enjoy. 7. A tactic that drags on too long becomes a drag. 8. The right, but specifically the alt-right, have been using the left's tactics against them. Rules for Radicals is the playbook of shitposters, whether they know it or not. The inspiration behind Obama and Hillary is currently fueling the meme jihad against CNN. Almost every rule is being followed to a T. Through knowing these rules, this mission can be more effectively accomplished. First off, there are 13 rules, as follows. 1. Power is not only what you have, but what the enemy thinks you have. 2. Never go outside the expertise of your people. 3. Whenever possible, go outside the expertise of your enemy. 4. Make the enemy live up to its own book of rules. 5. Ridicule is a man's most potent weapon. 6. A good tactic is one your people enjoy. 7. A tactic that drags on too long becomes a drag. 8. Keep the pressure on, never let up. 9. The threat is usually more terrifying than the thing itself. 10. The major premise for tactics is the development of operations that will maintain a constant pressure upon the opposition. 11. If you push a negative hard enough, it'll push through and become a positive. 12. The price of a successful attack is a constructive alternative. And 13. Pick a target, freeze it, personalize it, and polarize it. Rules 2, 6, and 7 are our strongest assets. Shitposting isn't new or foreign because plenty of people were doing it long before there was political motivation behind it. We love doing it, and it's fun seeing leftists get triggered. That's two birds with one stone. 3 and 5 also play to our advantage in a huge way. The left can't meme, and anyone who's seen their cringy attempts at doing it, or webcomics, or whatever they shovel out as in an attempt to respond to the right's memes, is just pathetic, really. We live in an internet culture, and they've lost the ability to effectively ridicule because of it. Colbert and Stewart are gone, and the people who they pass the torch to are just partisan hacks who aren't funny or accurate. Trevor Noah, Samantha Bee, John Oliver's smart, but he's not particularly funny, I don't think. But as for rules that help us specifically for the attack on CNN, 1, 2, and 13 need closer examination. Rule 1, power is not only what you have, but what your enemy thinks you have. The hacker 4chan strikes fear into the heart of the mainstream media. Reddit doesn't. While we have a common enemy, I think that the more conservative subreddits are getting too comfortable with poll and 4chan and could potentially ruin the relationship. While the meme war threads and ammo threads are awesome and everything, there needs to be separation. Poll is full of savants, and when left to their own devices, they can do crazy things, identifying criminals like we saw at Berkeley, triggering celebrities like Shia LaBeouf into hiding after playing the best game of capture the flag the world has ever seen, getting Mountain Dew named Hitler did nothing wrong. These are things that Reddit probably would never accomplish or even want to accomplish to some degree. So Poll is an ally or probably more accurately, Reddit is an ally, but there needs to be space between the two because polls starting to feel, some of them are saying, what happened to poll? Why are we taking orders from the cucks over at Reddit? And I can't say I blame them, but at the same time, we do have the same enemy in this situation. So we can work together on the attack on CNN, but there also needs to be a degree of separation that is very clear. Reddit could never pull off the things that Poll does, and Poll doesn't have the numbers that Reddit does. So we can help each other out, but there needs to be a clear divide, and we each need to know the other's strengths and play to that. Rule 13 also requires a closer examination. Rule 13 being pick the target, freeze it, personalize it, and polarize it. The target has been picked, and rightly so. CNN deserves to go down. And the methods that we're going about, such as sponsorship boycotts, are absolutely fantastic. But I think it's important to note that Alinsky writes, it's important to go after people rather than institutions. By making it personal, it hurts them a lot more. So this is going to be a suggestion in tactic rather than anything else. And I think a lot of people are overlooking a resource, maybe you could call it, that is going under the radar that we could use to our great advantage. And that resource is CNN's own perfect idiot, Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo should be singled out specifically for a couple of different reasons. If we're going to make the fight against CNN personal, K-File doesn't have the notoriety that Chris Cuomo does. He used to be on Good Morning America, and he has his own show on CNN. He's more of a household name than anyone from K-File would ever be. But furthermore, the Project Veritas video gives some insight into CNN, and that insight is no one likes him there either. He's definitely disliked among the right, as is all of CNN, but even they find him insufferable. So no one likes Cuomo, and he has to be a little bit pissed off right now. I mean, his own producers threw him under the bus in an under camera video, and he's faced a tough year. Now, some of you have probably seen the video. During an interview with I think a Republican congressman during the transgender bathroom debate, he lost his mind because somebody put a meme of him exposing himself to a little girl. I think Sargon covered this. Him exposing himself to a little girl in a bathroom and them basically calling him out for being a shitlord. And he lost his mind. He was so offended, and he basically held the congressman responsible for these memes on his timeline. So he's probably in a very fragile place right now. And if I think he is singled out among all the other CNN anchors, we are most likely to get a response that could make waves, whether it be on his Twitter feed, or maybe if someone brings it up to him on air and the subject of CNN blackmail comes up on air with him, I can see it happening right now. Him just having a complete mental breakdown about how his freedom of press is under attack and all of this. And I think it could be glorious, and it adds a level of probably paranoia on the level of inside with the anchors while we're attacking CNN from the outside, planning sort of basically triggering a crazy person in their own ranks to cause mayhem from the inside could be just what we need in order to get a little more leeway and punch behind this movement to take out CNN. So that's all I got. Leave your comments, whatever you think, down below. Good luck and happy memeing.